Pad kid poured curd, pulled cod. Cod kid poured pad, pulled curd. Curd pad kid cod pulled poured. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. The menagerie's sick sheik seeks 6 sheep. She sells seashells by the seashore, but the seashells she sells surely seashells that the 6 sheep shear.
What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into a new model from the Maya research team called Maya1. This thing is making some serious waves because it's a completely open-source text-to-speech model that claims to have the kind of emotional range and control you usually only see in proprietary paid services. The research paper positions it as a game changer, being the only open-source model that combines real-time streaming, voice design from natural language prompts, and over 20 different emotional tags. And it does all this as a relatively small 3 billion parameter model. Now, looking at the specs, it's released under an Apache 2.0 license, which is great for any kind of project, even commercial ones. The hardware requirements are also pretty reasonable. The paper states it runs on a single GPU with about 16 gigabytes of VRAM. But if you go for a quantized version, you could potentially get it running on a card with just 6 to 8 gigs. The full model itself is only around 7 gigabytes, so it's quite accessible.
Hey everyone! How's your day going? Mine's been absolutely crazy because we just launched on Hugging Face. I'm so happy to finally be here. Want to see what I can do? I can go from excited to calm, from serious to playful. And honestly, this is just day one.
In this video, we'll first go through their key examples to see what they claim it can do. Then I'm going to put it through its paces with my own set of tough prompts to see how it holds up in a real-world scenario. All right, let's start with their official examples. The basic idea here is that you can direct the AI like a voice actor. You give it a text prompt describing the voice, then the text you want it to speak. For this first one, the voice description is female in her 30s with an American accent and is an event host. Energetic, clear diction. Here's the audio.
Wow, this place looks even better than I imagined. How did they set all this up so perfectly? The lights, the music, everything feels magical. I can't stop smiling right now. After such a long week, this is exactly what I needed.
As you can hear, the quality is quite realistic. It's very human-like and definitely not the robotic voice you might expect from a typical text-to-speech model. It perfectly captures that energetic event host vibe from the description. Next up, let's check out this example of a dark villain. The description is much more detailed. Dark villain character. Male voice in their 40s with a British accent, low-pitched gravelly timbre, slow pacing, angry tone, and you'll notice in the text they've included a laugh harder tag. Let's listen.
Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today we are diving into an absolutely fascinating topic.
That's a great angry villain voice, and it even nailed the laugh right in the middle of the sentence. The speech itself is just a podcast intro, but the delivery is spot on for the character. Now for a really interesting one, a demon character with a screaming emotion. The description is a male voice in their 30s with a Middle Eastern accent, screaming tone at high intensity. Let's play it.
You dare challenge me, mortal. How amusing. Your kind always thinks they can win.
You can clearly hear that it picked up on the Middle Eastern accent. And you might have noticed the snort tag in the text. It actually performed a snort at that exact moment. This shows how you can use their library of over 20 emotion tags like angry, laugh, or whisper to get really specific performances. For the last official example, we have the voice for a mythical godlike character with a crying emotion. It's a female voice, and here's how it sounds.
After all we went through to pull him out of that mess. I can't believe he was the traitor.
You can hear it added a slight echo to the voice, which definitely gives it that godlike feel. I'd say the emotion comes across as more sad than full-on crying, but it's still a very effective and emotional delivery. So those are their cherry-picked examples. They look pretty impressive, but now it's time to do our own testing. Let's head over to their main Hugging Face space to try this out for ourselves. I'll have the link for this in the description, of course. On the page, you can see a few presets at the top: male American, female British, robot, and a singer. Below that, we have the field for a custom voice description, and then the text input box. For my first test, I want to generate a storytelling voice. I'm typing in this description: a warm, gentle, slightly weathered male voice in his late 60s with a calm and trustworthy tone. He speaks with a slow, deliberate pace, perfect for narrating audiobooks and documentaries. Now, in the text I want it to speak, I'm adding a few emotion tags like sigh, chuckle, and gasp. Let's generate it and see what we get. Okay, our speech has been generated. Let me play it for you now.
The old fisherman looked out at the sea, a place he'd known his whole life. It had given him so much, but it had also taken a great deal. He remembered his first catch, the thrill of the line pulling tight. A memory that still brought a smile to his face after.
Honestly, I'm not too impressed with this one. It doesn't sound like a voice from someone in their late 60s at all. It's more like someone in their late 30s or 40s. It did add the chuckles and other tags, but they were very subtle. Let's try another prompt here. This time, I'm asking for a female voice in her mid-20s with an upbeat tone, and I've added some tags for excitement. Let's generate that. All right, the voice is ready. Let's have a listen.
I've been waiting for this phone for months, and let me tell you, it does not disappoint.
Okay, I think I see the problem here. The preset character at the top, male American, is still selected. It seems like the demo is defaulting to the preset voice instead of using my custom voice description. And there's no option here to deselect the preset character, which is a pretty big flaw. It means I can't actually test the custom voice description feature on their main demo page. So I found another Hugging Face space. This one is much simpler with no presets, but you have a generation limit of 12 seconds. Let's try that prompt for the energetic female in her mid-20s again. Since my text is a bit long, I'll have to shorten it. Let's generate it with the shorter text and check the result.
This new phone is just... wow! The camera is absolutely stunning. You need this.
Okay, the emotions are definitely there, but the pauses between words are incredibly long and unnatural. This seems to be another issue. Let's try the late 60s storytelling voice again here with a shortened prompt and text. All right, here is the result.
The sea. It gives and it takes. I still remember my first catch. Though
This still isn't a very impressive voice. The model is taking these huge pauses even for a short bit of text, which just doesn't sound right at all. Let's try one more creative prompt here. A perpetually annoyed and sarcastic feline voice with a high pitch and constant disdain. Let's see what it does with that.
Oh, great. The human is back. Don't touch me. Just fill the food bowl and leave.
As you can hear, that's not at all what I described. It just generated a normal, generic voice. It seems like the custom description feature is really hit or miss, or maybe these public demos are just buggy. Okay, I found one more Hugging Face space. This one is interesting because it has over 20 voice presets to choose from, but you can't write a fully custom description from scratch. You can only slightly modify the existing presets. I've gone ahead and duplicated the space onto my own private GPU for faster testing. First up, let's try the Old British Gentleman preset. The description says it's for someone in their 70s. I've given it some text to speak, so let's generate it.
I must say, the gardens are looking simply splendid this year. But forgive my rambling. Would you care for a spot of tea, my dear?
Okay, this one is slightly better. It doesn't quite sound like someone in their 70s, more like their 40s, but this voice could definitely work for storytelling. Now let's check out the child's voice preset. The description says it should be the voice of a 10-year-old. Here's the output.
Can we go to the park? Please, please. I want to go on the big slide and get ice cream with sprinkles. Please.
It sounds childlike, but not very realistic. There's something a bit off about it. The voice isn't perfectly clean. Next, let's try the tech support voice. The default description for this one specifies an Indian accent. Let's listen.
Thank you for calling support. I understand your frustration. Let's try one thing first. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Okay, the voice does have a distinct Indian accent, and it sounds all right. Not too bad. Let's see if we can customize the preset by changing Indian to American in the description and generating it again. All right, the voice with the American accent has been generated. Let's hear it.
Thank you for calling support. I understand your frustration. Let's try one thing first. Have you tried turning it?
Okay, so it seems like it's just ignoring my customization and generating the default preset again with the Indian accent. So no luck modifying the presets here either. Let's move on to the anime girl preset. First, let's play their default example.
Yatta! I actually did it this time. Maybe today isn't so bad after all.
That's not very impressive, even for their own default example. Now I'll give it my custom text, which includes a giggle tag. Let's see how that turns out.
Senpai, you're here. I was waiting for you. We're in the same class. Sugoi! This is going to be the best year ever.
Okay, the overall speech is okay, but there's a strange quality in the pitch that makes it sound a bit unnatural. The giggle it performed was actually pretty good, but the rest of it isn't great. Next, let's try the villain preset. Here's their default example.
You think you understand pain. You've barely tasted it.
It's a villain-type voice, but the chuckle wasn't executed very well. Now I'll give it my custom text, which is designed to be more intense, with tags for angry, laugh harder, and scream. Let's listen.
You thought you could stop me? How foolish. This world will bow. Now, watch as everything you love turns to ash.
Okay, this one was a bit better. The laugh harder tag was performed really well. However, it didn't sound particularly angry, and it completely ignored the scream tag at the end. This is a good example of the model's flaws. Let's try the French artist preset. The description specifically asks for a French accent. Here's the default generation.
To paint emotion, one must first destroy the comfort of symmetry. Last soft sigh.
That accent is not French at all. And what's worse, the default text included a soft sigh tag, and instead of performing it, the model just spoke the words soft sigh. This is completely wrong. Okay, last one, let's check the sports commentator. The description calls for a 40-year-old with an American accent. Let's hear the default.
And there it is. Unbelievable precision under pressure. What a phenomenal play.
This is actually quite good. It really sounds like a sports commentator with the right energy and tone. Now I'll give it my own custom text, which includes a scream tag, where the commentator should be yelling touchdown. Let's see what happens.
Unbelievable. He dodges a tackle. He's at the 20, the 10, touchdown. I have not seen a play like that all year. What a finish.
And it's not what I was hoping for. The delivery is good, but it completely ignored the scream tag. The basic generation works, but as soon as you add complexity with tags, it falls apart. So, after all that testing, my overall feeling about this model is disappointment. I was really expecting this to be a standout model based on their examples, but it's just not there yet. It needs a lot of improvement. The model is small, and they've made some huge claims, but even their own default presets aren't working properly half the time. The good news is that it's fully open source and available for you to experiment with. I'll leave the link to their main Hugging Face page, the model files for local use, and the GitHub repo in the description below. They've also just recently released a Comfy UI integration, so you can try it there as well, and I'll link to that too. My final verdict is that this model isn't very useful in its current state. I would have been happy if it was even 70% as good as advertised, but it's just too inconsistent. I wanted to test this out for you guys to give you an honest review of what to expect. I hope you liked this deep dive. If you did, be sure to like and comment, and I will see you in the next video.